For a while, I wanted to be a doctor, but once I was in the field, I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand being in a laboratory, having a coat on all day, staring at a screen. It was not for me. That's when I was like, what am I doing with my life? I'm sitting here sketching when I should be writing out these equations. I'll just sketch for a living. I'll be creative for a living. That's what I need to do. I need to be able to take this, what I've done here, and present it to the public. That's what I want to do.
Advertisers have a huge responsibility now because they have this amazing soapbox where they can, talk to people and converse with consumers.
You don't just work in advertising. I think you have to kind of immerse yourself in advertising to really survive it.
It's not a job, it's a career, it's a life. And if you don't love it and you're not passionate about it, willing to commit yourself to not just the work, but to the life, and to the agency, and to the team, it's something you should be involved with.
We want people coming into advertising that are inspired and that have a passion about what they do.
We collaborated with the One Club because it was a really exciting way to tap into the millennial mind.
I really do wish that there was something like this when I was, coming up through the ranks. I just knew I loved creativity, but there wasn't something so formal.
And in my school, unfortunately, there isn't a portfolio building major.
I was going to school for graphic design, and my teacher told me that I sucked.
I never had a brief. I never had a client who I'm trying to work for. And
I've never done this before, but it's so exciting to know that this opportunity does exist.
I didn't know if I can get in because of the fact that I'm not enrolled in the college. They said that's not a problem, you can get into it. I said great, it's a great opportunity, and it gives me a chance to actually get my foot in the door.
Advertising, I have free range to indulge in all my different subcultures. Basically, I can be me and be myself and be comfortable in my own skin in advertising.
If you really look at broadening the definition of diversity, not only to include skin types, but also socioeconomic backgrounds, but also just ways of thinking, I think that in the best way really does, encompass what advertising is.
If there is an opportunity that exists with your talent and you weren't aware of it before, you're definitely going to know by the time you finish this program whether you want to be in here or not.
So it's really important that we always stay on the cutting edge and work with organizations like the One Club to do briefs with our clients to see the minds of students and also to work with them to get better internships.
Hi, I'm Carlo Demandin and I work for Pencils of Promise.
My name is Megan Powers. I'm a strategic planner at TBWA Chiat Day, and today I was here to brief the students for my client, No Kill LA.
We're using the One Club as an inspiration for our future campaign, and hopefully we'll raise $1 million to build 40 new schools through a campaign that one of these students create.
We want to drive their skills to help make LA aware that there are thousands of animals in shelters waiting on their next best friend.
Throughout the course of the program, we're going to have mentors coming in from various agencies, and they're going to be working with you every day to work on your campaign. So any questions that you might have, if you get stuck, we're going to have people here that are able to help you and answer some of those questions. And most of all, make sure that you're enjoying the program and that the process is something that you can really learn and benefit from.
So basically, I call your name, tell you your group number, get up, visit Tracy, and then head downstairs.
Okay, get ready and get to work.
So, when you get a feel for this campaign overall, and the good, the bad, what do you feel about it?
So are we trying to just come up with one word? Or what are we actually selling?
Yeah, what's the tone? Yeah, and then keep in mind the strategy is to convince consumers that shelter pets are the pick of the litter.
Yeah,
so,
they're a treasure, they're a gem.
So basically what we're selling is we're selling your next best friend.
We go through waves of not being sure if it's going to work and whether we should move on from there. Learn when to actually hold on to an idea and kind of stick it through.
And I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying if this is a concept, then
at some point that message has to translate into all the.
Right, they're gonna ask what has to translate.
If we have a print ad or a TV commercial that we're showing this returning the word into a classroom, and then we have a tagline, "Pass the pencil." How is that they're gonna be like that? Is out of left field? Where did that come from?
So how are we gonna solve this problem?
How can you answer that question?
So I think the creative process, when you haven't gone through it a lot, can be pretty mystifying, and I think they were still dealing with as I was telling them, you tend to, at least me, I tend to like get very complicated before I get very simple. I think they were kind of working through the complicated on the way to a really simple, great idea.
If I haven't seen this before, what kind of connection am I going to make, and how am I going to put these, draw the lines between these things? So I think that's a good discipline to use.
What is your visual and that's the core idea, pass the pencil. Everything else, every other concept is going to be an execution that supports that main concept.
So when you articulate that, if you leave the second part out of the sentence, then it might not sync up, that tagline in your concept. But when it pays it off by, yes, passing the pencil passes the knowledge. And then your execution to do that is we're turning the world into a classroom.
Yeah. You guys might be holding back. Just throw everything out. Let's see what you want.
What we're trying to do is build a community as well, so maybe there would be a tab here that says connect.
To me, information is huge. Don't try to pack everything into one slide. It's like, just take them on this journey one step at a time.
But what's going to incentivize somebody to donate money to this cause as opposed to the other causes?
It wasn't that we had lack of ideas.
It's just idea. But there's no foundation.
I have an idea, but I wanted to know, how do people in the past go about it?
Your task could be we have a different method of gathering more donations. So don't worry about what's currently happening as far as how to make a donation. If you have a better way or a system, then I would propose that.
One mentor yesterday, and they absolutely loved the idea. They totally suggested us to go with it. We built almost an entire campaign on it. And then probably an hour ago, we had another mentor, and they're like, I wouldn't download this app, what are you doing?
So what I really try to do is to get them to get rid of their first ideas they had before they even came in here, and really listen to what the brief is and listen to each other in their groups.
Does it accomplish what you're trying to do with your campaign?
In a way, because it's
a way. Yes or no? I think it will.
I think it will.
Yes. That was your first idea, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let me challenge you then. How do you take that idea and take it to the next step? Now, how can you do it in a more interesting way, and maybe a more innovative way that's very unique to you?
Everybody's human. You're gonna have an idea, you're gonna think it's cool. You're gonna say, hey, I have this cool idea, maybe we can. Somebody's gonna shoot it down.
I don't think we want to do that.
Why would I care?
We have our phrase down, and we're working on our guerrilla movement tactics right now. We've got a lot of crazy ideas, and we're about to go up and see what we could execute and what's actually going to work and what was just another crazy idea.
You just gotta narrow it down to what it really means. Just a lot of brainstorming, and I'm just like, 4 days, we don't have enough time.
There's never enough time, honestly, because if you have more than enough time, then something's wrong.
If worse comes to worse, we can work on this all night until tomorrow morning.
And then we gotta have a cutoff time to start making executions and making that PowerPoint and practicing and everything like that. So you gotta sacrifice some sleep to be successful.
We got our project ready yesterday.
So we spent 6 hours thinking about ideas, and it was towards the last 20 to 10 minutes that we thought about it.
Okay, so we need to start making this stuff.
At this point, we've kind of done the grunt work of all the thinking, and so we're actually trying to just bring to life our executions right now.
Our main concept is taking responsibility and paying it forward.
Education. It starts with the pencil.
Give strength, gain strength.
2 sides of the pencil.
We're doing a game in pencil sculptures. Pencil wall.
Pound it. Our strategy for, our secret strategy? Hey.
No time to waste. You see my group?
Originally we had 5 people in our group, including myself, and it sort of seemed like the other 2 group members were dying out. And today, the day before the presentation, neither of them showed up.
By yourself, it's hard to do it, but as a group, as a team, you can accomplish anything.
That's it, everybody. Time's up.
Presentations are going to begin at 10 a.m. sharp. Each presentation is going to be 10 minutes long, and everyone on your team has to speak.
The nervousness is definitely present, and that's a good thing. That means we care about this assignment.
And I'm a bit nervous, which I think is natural, but overall I'm pretty confident. I'm ready to go, and just excited to see what everybody has.
So we're going to start. And what I want you to do is just be kind to one another, because everybody in this room has worked very hard, and you're all coming from a different place. Some of you might be more advanced than others, and some of you are just literally, you didn't know what you were doing and you put it together anyway. So everybody be kind, everybody show some love, and do your best work, and don't be scared, because we all love you and we're all here to support you.
We wanted something interactive, something that promoted social connectivity. The campaign, Are You on the Wall? Referencing Facebook.
61 million children do not have access to education.
Erase illiteracy to build education.
Pop is pencils of promise. That's what it is. It's the new culture.
You never know where genius needs nurturing.
In slow motion, it's like slowly scurrying out.
At exactly 4:53 yesterday, everything we knew about our campaign was thrown out the window.
The client tells you the way they want it, and do it the way they want it, but then tell them why they should do it another way, and I think you did it right.
All right, you're probably all now wondering how we're going to do this. 2 words, pound it.
0 left behind.
NKLA, give love, get love, happy tales.
Let's go home.
Magic in action.
Shelter animals are not broken, they're not damaged. They simply have that quality that LA embodies of standing out.
This has already been successful. We don't want to tell you about it, we want to show you.
If I saw something like that in my agency, I'd be like, yo, you're a dope art director.
We're trying to make a movement.
So either you're sharing it through Facebook or it's getting retweeted on Twitter.
Instagram, a pet ID tag that stands out on every animal.
To a personalized license plate.
A YouTube video that will evoke emotion and incite action.
If you see the commercial, you go to this event, you know what you're going to do, and I think that's really strong. That's statement.
That is our presentation. We came together as a group, and we were all happy with what we presented, and we were all happy with each other.
We got something very valuable out of this experience. We learned so much, and we met so many great people, and it was a win-win regardless.
We had so many teams that we loved, and there were so many things that we loved about each of your presentations. And at the end of the day, we had to pick the teams that really kind of hit on all cylinders. We have our judges here, and we're ready to make our announcement. First place winners, team number 15.
It's been a very intensive workshop. It's not a joke.
All the work that was shown was incredible. Like, I took something away from each and every presentation.
So our first place team is, drum roll, team number 1. They all get 1 club student memberships, the gift bag, but team number 1 gets internships at TBWA Cheyenne. You get an internship.
The group dynamic was so much fun. Like, I know my face freaking hurts from just laughing all weekend.
The creative was so strong, the ideas were so strong, and how they incorporate planning and short-term, long-term goals, everything. It was. I'm still a little bit in awe of the whole thing.
A lot of my teammates, I feel like that I've known them for so long when I only met them on Friday.
This was a great learning experience, a great way of meeting these people in the industry, of meeting people who are interested in advertising like me, and just being able to just have a weekend of all advertising.
And if we can get through this, we can get through this again and again and again. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm coming back.
I believe in the human potential. I believe that every person out there has the opportunity to be who and what they want to be.
It's been a good journey. Have you guys enjoyed it? Yes. And do you feel like you learned something? Yes. And you met some cool people? Yes. And you've got new friends? Yes.